Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Coffee Prince, also known as The First Shop of Coffee Prince, a South Korean television series from 2007 that is one of the more popular and beloved K-dramas of all time, or its time at least. It's 17 hours long, with each episode lasting 1 hour. Now here are the character descriptions for the show, which I'm borrowing from Wikipedia for my own convenience, and yours. So we have Eun-chan, a cheerful, friendly girl with a large appetite. She works multiple jobs to support her family. With her short haircut, baggy clothes, and flat chest, Eun-chan resembles a boy and is often mistaken for one. Then we have Han-kyul, the grandson of the chairwoman of Donggin Foods, a company that has a thriving coffee business. He is an intelligent man, but is fiercely independent and abhors the thought of being tied down by one career in his life. Then we have Han-sung, a talented music producer and cousin of Han-kyul. Despite being in a complicated romantic relationship with a girl named Yoo-ju, he develops feelings for Eun-chan as well, our lead character. Then we have Yoo-ju. This is Han-kyul's first love, and she's Han-sung's ex-girlfriend as well. So we have kind of a love square going on, as you typically see for a K-drama. This girl's a talented professional artist who left Han-sung to go to New York with another man, but complicates his life by returning to Korea. So that's a basic, character love square as we typically get in K-dramas. Now, the basic plot revolves around a coffee shop, which only hires men in the hopes to attract the local ladies as customers, which is why it's named Coffee Prince. Now, our leading lady, however, needs a job to help support her family, so she decides to intentionally pose as a boy to get a job at this coffee shop. Now, the manager eventually falls for her, thinking that she's a man, which causes all kinds of confusion in his mind because he may be coming to terms with the fact that he's gay. So that's the main premise. So Eun-chan, pretends to be a boy, and Han-kyul has a crush on her. And then the side relationship is Han-sung and Yoo-ju, but there's a little love square going on because Han-sung also becomes interested in our lead character. Now, since this is a romantic comedy, the mood is frequently lighthearted, but it does take the romance seriously and spends a lot of time developing the characters and their relationships. In fact, there's not much of a plot at all to the show. I mean, its focus is weighted heavily on the character interaction. And in this case, I think it's a good thing. The romance is convincing, and I also really enjoyed the camaraderie between all of the workers at the cafe. It creates a very vibrant and fun viewing experience. It does get a bit cheesy at times, but considering how I would also have fun in doing those same activities, there's probably little to complain about. Some of the memorable character quirks of the show are the incredibly sloppy eating and living habits that will have you scratching your head at times. But with that said, the comedy works in this. It really does. And that's likely because it's frequently based on everyday interaction, and that makes it relatable. Now, the cast in this show is very impressive, especially looking back on it from 10 years ago. The lead actress is Eun-hye Yoon, who carries the series here. She exhibits a huge range of emotion and has a lot of quiet intensity to her performance. Really impressive stuff. This is not a glamorous role where, a weak actress could just sit there and flaunt her beauty. She's very dressed down in this show and portrayed in a very plain way. Unfortunately, she has not appeared in much since 2013. One reason for that is that she's been involved in some criticism and real-life controversies fairly recently, which you can research yourself if you're interested. But I really like this actress, and I try to watch any K-drama that she's in. Hopefully she makes a comeback in the future and picks a good script to return to. Now, our lead actor is Gong-yoo, who has recently appeared in films like Silenced, Train to Busan, The Suspect, and The Age of Shadows. So his career took off after this show. He's a solid actor who does an excellent job of picking good projects. And then we have Sun-kyun Lee as a co-lead. I've talked about this guy numerous times on this channel. He's recently appeared in films like The Advocate, A Hard Day, and All About My Wife. I really like this guy too, and I think he's an underrated and underappreciated actor in international circles. Should be more well known internationally, I think. So the casting in Coffee Prince is just really strong, and it's a big positive. Now, in terms of negatives, there's not a whole lot, really. I mean, some people might find the lack of plot turns to be a problem, but I really don't have much of a problem with it, because it works. You know what I mean? Like many K-dramas, there are a few contrivances and improbable coincidences during the early episodes to help set things up. You know, for example, characters kind of run into each other by chance a few times, which causes a few awkward moments, but, it's not that big of a deal in this case. This is not a K-drama that suffers because of this. It's used sparingly, and you barely notice it. Unlike some other K-dramas like King of Baking, which I reviewed, and, the contrivances in that show were big problems. So, overall, Coffee Prince is a very enjoyable experience with brisk pacing and some unorthodox elements due to its premise. It's widely available on DVD. You can also watch it streaming on Viki.com in certain countries. And as always, we will see you next time.